Okay, the boxing world, here we are, man. Here we are back at Strictly Boxing with Derek Poppy. Roll on, man. I'm going to give a shout out, man, to Elizabeth Recreational Boxing Team, man. I've been getting a lot of support. A lot of trainers and the fighters been coming in, man. We're giving our third annual show this year, August 31st in Elizabeth. Free for the community at the Veterans Memorial Park in Elizabeth, New Jersey. I'm getting a lot of support from my trainers. I'd like to give a big shout out to my man Muncie. Give a big shout out to my man Salim. A special big thanks from my partner Rodney Price. I'm getting some help from my man Imam Latif is helping us out, man. We got a good team. And I really want to, man, just appreciate that these fellas know I'm appreciating to them. The recreational center is being run by my man Hamza Abbas. He's a super dude, man, super partner. And my other partner, Ahmed. So I want to give a big shout out to them, man, because they really, man, what we're doing, the work we're doing in the community, man, is very good. And I wanted to shout them out, man. I just let them know how much I appreciate them, man, with the boxing gym in Elizabeth. All right, now listen up, man. Today I want to give a special show for you today, man. I want to talk about, to me right now, what's the most exciting weight class division right now going on. And it's a lot going on in this. So I really want to know what you guys think about this division, man. I want to talk about the 140-pound division, man. Some people call it the junior welterweight. Some people call it the super lightweight. But it's 140 pounds. We got a WBO champion. He's fighting on this weekend, I believe in Miami, the 29th of June. Teofimo Lopez, he's a WBO super lightweight champion. Very talented and gifted fighter. I got a lot of respect for him. I think he's above one of the best in that division at this time. Right now, it's some new guys on the scene. You know, it's not the same old names that we've been talking about for a while because of upsets, of course. So the IBF champion is Liam Parrow. Liam Parrow upset Matias out in Puerto Rico a few weeks ago. He's the IBF champion. The WBA champion, Isaac Cruz. He beat up on Rolly Romero recently, took his title, and he's the WBA champion. Now, the WBC champion, because Devin Haney refused to fight the mandatory Sandil Martin. I guess the purse bid wasn't enough for such a difficult fight, because some people believe it's not the purse bid as much as it was Sandil Martin being a worthy opponent and not an easy opponent. And for that little bit of money, why would Devin Haney take a chance to fight Sandor Martin and get a back-to-back losses that'll ruin him? So Haney is in, he's like the champion in recess. You know, I haven't learned how that went yet. I don't know how the champion in recess goes, because WBC got Puello, Alberto Puello. He's, I believe they named him the champion because he beat Antoine Russell. So the way the WBC is mandating is that Alberto Puello, he beat Russell Simmons. That makes him like the number one against the number one. No, they made him like the champion. So Alberto Puello is the champion. I guess that's, if you got a recess champion, maybe that's like, you take a position and the person might take the supervisor, for the period of time or something. I don't know how that works, man. I'm still got to figure that out with this recess champion stuff. But Puello's going to be fighting Sandor Martin for the WBC title. The winner is going to fight Antoine Russell, which means Antoine Russell possibly can get his rematch with Puello. But it's going to be a good fight. Alberto Puello, he looked really good against Antoine Russell. He beat him clearly. And Sandor Martin is another crafty fighter and been number one for a while. He done took two step aside money from Haney, which means Haney didn't want to fight him anyway. Haney could have been fought Sandor Martin, and he just paid him step aside money for I guess for bigger fights. Sometimes it makes sense. But Gary Antoine Russell, he took his loss, and he just back in the look of things. Now he got to watch the opponent that beat him, and if Puello wins, Sandor Martin. If Puello beats Sandor Martin, then Antoine Russell gets a rematch with him. If not, regardless, Antoine Russell will be getting a possible title shot coming up soon, and to redeem himself from a loss that he got. And that's how boxing should be. Like you take a loss, I bet I'm still back in the ring of things. I ain't fall way back to rank number 10. I'm like number 2, 3 around that end. So now I'm still in the top. Gonna get my money back, gonna get my fight back, and that's what Antoine Russell is doing. So the the 140-pound man got some big guys in there, man. When you really think about Teofimo, man, his resume is huge, man. He's automatically going to be a Hall of Famer. We wasn't familiar with Lion Powell. However, he displayed looking really good, and He beat Matias. He beat him clearly. No problems. Isaac Cruz looked phenomenal against what's my name? My bad name. But he looked familiar. He looked superior, man. He beat up, but we ain't think that much of him anyway. But Isaac Cruz beat him up kind of bad. And now what is we going to do with the Haney thing? So what does this champion in recess thing mean? I don't know if you guys know, man. I appreciate you telling me. I'm going to look it up later, but I want to see how that champion in recess works out. Maybe after all the fight goes on and Haney gets himself back together and now he's ready to fight whoever the champion got to fight him. Maybe that's how it goes. If that's how it goes, I think that's cool for Haney to take a little break, be the champion in recess, and then let these guys fight each other, see who's who and how they work out. And if Puello beats Martin, or if Martin beats Puello, and then the winner fights Antoine Russell, Gary Antoine Russell, then the winner fights him, and then Haney can sit back and fight the winner and be champion again. That's some good news for him. I heard it from the from some podcast I was looking at. I don't know which one it was. I apologize for not giving y'all the name of it, but I do know that Haney was claiming, like mental and emotional type of discomfort going on right now. So he's dealing with, a whole lot. And I really, my heart goes out to him, man. I know he's been getting dogged a lot about choices that he's been making. But people put things in your ear, and then, his father trying to make an image. So sometimes he probably just going through some things. You go through a whole lot where you think you was everything and you think you this and you're not. I remember a scene, man, in Rocky, man, in the Rocky 3 movie, man, when Rocky loses to Clubber Lang, Mr. T. He loses to Clubber Lang, man, and he not really got it together, and he a little messed up, man, and he was on the beach running when they was training, and his wife was talking to him, and she said, what's the truth? He said, man, when you think you all this, man, then you find out you're not what you was. Like if he was giving them bums, and I guess it does affect you, man, to think that you're all of this and all of that. It finds out you're not all that they portrayed you to be. And so, but it was adjustment, his wife talked to him, hey, whatever, you lose, but, like, what is it? What's the truth? He said, I'm afraid, like, I'm afraid that, what do we got now? Like, what are we going to lose the money? We're going to lose this. And I guess right now that's pretty good description of what Devin Haney must be feeling. He got the money, he got the blame, he got this, he got all these things, and he probably afraid of losing that, and his wife had to bring his awareness, man, that what do we got that can't be replaced, man? All we don't got is the truth. And he just said, well, I was afraid. So that's normal. So, you overcome your fears and you get yourself back together, and Haney got the skills to get himself back together, get his mind right, and he could beat one of the any one of these 3 guys. He could probably beat Puello, he could beat Martin, and he might be able to beat Russell. Who knows? if he get his head together, get back on together, man. And you know what I mean? It must be tragically thinking you way more than you really is, man. And that's why I think, especially in Islam, man, it's about being humble, man, and conducting yourself and carrying yourself as a human being, man. And I think that Devin Haney could do that. I think he could come back from this if he really, bite down, face what he got to deal with, and stop all the excuses and redirecting the energy and redirecting the problem to something else, like drugs or aspirin or whatever it was, or redirecting it to whatever. I found out earlier today that Ryan Garcia he was suspended, but it really wasn't for PEDs, actually, man. His suspension is because he didn't notify the commissioner of the substances he was taking. I mean, he provided substances that shows that it was contamination. It almost proves that he was contaminated, but he had to cop out and take a plea, because ain't no way you could beat not showing them the substance. So that's why his penalty was so light. That's why it was like a $10,000 fine, which is nothing, and that's why it was no issue with only 10 months really suspension. So, I mean, it's a little slap on the wrist, but really, he just took the plea so that, he just take a plea that he's guilty of not letting you know of all the substances that he was taking. And that's so, and in the result, I don't know if I agree with it, but as a result, that means that Devin Haney gets to keep the title from missing weight, and now they're going to call it a no contest because he ain't let them know what he was saying. I don't agree with that. I agree that you lose, but I mean, New York commissioner is New York commissioner, because. And again, man, like I think if Haney get his mind right, if he got his head right, if he said, he lost, he got me, no problem, let me get back down, go to the board, work on some things, see where I went wrong. Like, if you can't correct your problems if you're not believing that it was you that went wrong. If you don't think that you did something wrong, then you can't fix it. The only way you can fix it is the only way you can learn is if you say, I don't know. But when you think you know, how could somebody teach you something? That's some words to think about right there. So the smartest thing is to say, I don't know. Now you can learn. So, I mean, I think Haney got to be more like, I got to go back to the drawing board. I got to learn more. I got to get stronger. I got to, get smarter. I got to work on some things. And then you can learn once you say, it ain't because of aspirin that happened. It ain't because of this that happened. It ain't because of that. You know what it is? It's because I need to work on some things and get better in some other areas. So then if you get better in those areas, then you can be on these lists. And it's not far-fetched, brother Haney. Haney, it's not far-fetched, bro. You got Isaac Cruz in your weight class. And I don't know if you want to mess with him. But you got Liam Perrell. I think you could be all right with him. You got Puello. Even though he looked good, I think you got a chance with him. Sandu Martin, I think you got a chance with him. Gary Antoine Russell, I don't know, but I think you got a chance with him. Teofimo, I don't think you want to mess with Teofimo right now, but I think you got a chance with him. And with all of the things that's going on with Ryan Garcia, in my opinion, Ryan Garcia right now is like, well, according to the media and social media and everything, he got his mind all over the place, and maybe a rematch, you could beat him too. But the only way you could do that, brother Haney, is if you say, I need to work on some things. And as long as you keep saying, I lost because it was aspirin, or I lost because it was 3 extra pounds, or I lost because he wasn't right. No, if you say I wasn't at my best, I got to get to my best, then and only then will you be able to redeem yourself. Go fight Garcia again and beat him. You could do it. But you got to get that out your mind that there's some other stuff that was the reason that happened. Because that wasn't the reason. The reason was you wasn't at 100%. You wasn't at your best. And as a result, You got knocked out. I mean, no, you didn't get knocked out, but you got beat up. But now, okay, you got that. I wasn't at my best. He got that. Let me get back at my best, and redeem myself and do it. I think Haney could do it. I think he could do it. That's just my opinion. Now, I think, though, we are going to be really blessed with some real exciting fights in the 140-pound weight class, man. And even though we thinking about the 140-pound weight class with all these great champions, the 135 ain't that far. You know what I'm saying? That 135, though, Tank could easily move up. Shakur could easily move up. It is some, even Lomo, he's a little small, but these guys that's in 135 can fight 140. So now we got like a big guys in this I'm gonna call it super lightweight division, man. I want until Teofimo, he's fighting a guy Clagger, I think it is, this weekend. I'm gonna be blessed to see that. Teofimo, hope he looks good, man. He looks good his last fight. He seemed like a person that sacrificed and went through what he went through. That there's no accident that he is where he is, that he is in the condition that he in, and he's due for a big fight. He's due for a big payday. He hasn't got the big payday yet that I know about, but he's due for the big payday, a big name. He's in the right weight class, and we're going to see it. So I don't know, man. Listen, let me know what you think, man, about the 140-pound weight division. I think who you think is the best guy. Pitbull looked really good, beating that Ronnie Romero. Pitbull was on his game. Could he do that against a guy like Teofimo? Could he do it with Gary Antoine Russell, Sandil Martin, Alberto Puello? I mean, wow, there's a lot of guys in these weight classes, but maybe we can get Tank to move up. I don't know, man. Let me know what you do, man. If you haven't liked my channel, man, please like that thumb. Hit that thumb button, man. If you haven't subscribed, man, hit that subscribe button, man, so we can kind of be more, supportive to the boxing world, man, and you can be notified when I'm putting out things, putting out videos. And also, man, let me hear what you think, man. Who do you think the 140-pound division is going to be the top dude at the 140-pound division? This is Derek Pop, Roll Line at Strictly Boxing. Peace.